Hi, this is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and it's getting closer and closer to Thanksgiving, and I have so much that I want to show y'all, and I'm getting ready to show you a recipe that I'm sure most of you know, but there may be some of you that are younger adults and this is your first Thanksgiving and you want to go all out. Well, I'm going to show you how to fix green bean casserole. This has been around as long as I have been, and that's a long time. But anyway, I have 1 stick of margarine. I will say, I get so many people that say I should use butter. I'm going to do a whole video on why I do not like butter. Not today, but I do not like butter. I do not like the taste of butter. If you like butter, feel free to do this with the butter. I don't. So I've got 1 stick of margarine in here. I've got 1 8-ounce pack of button mushrooms that I'm going to put in here. And I have 2 very small onions that I'm not dicing these. I've kind of like sliced them so when they're going to fall apart in here and they're going to be like half moons. And what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to put about a half a tablespoon of kosher salt in here. And I'm just going to put the lid on these, and I'm going to let these sweat down and cook on my New Way Precision Induction cooktop. And I probably, once, now where the mushrooms are cold, they're not going to be cooking very fast. But once it comes up and gets up to that temperature, I'm going to cut my New Wave down to about 210, and I'm just going to let these onions saute for 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. I want the mushrooms and the onions to be done real good. And when that gets finished, I'll bring you back. I've already got my green beans. I cooked my green beans yesterday, and I'll show you what I'm going to do from here on out for this green bean casserole. Okay, I'm back. These have been sauteing for about 25 minutes, and they're all tender and smelling good and looking good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons of flour, and this is just all-purpose flour. And it's no precise measurement. I've just got a tablespoon thing here, and I'm measuring spoon, and I'm just gonna get approximately 3 tablespoons of flour. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less. And I'm gonna stir this around in here because I want this to soak into the onions and the mushrooms, but I also want to get that flour taste out, because flour in a gravy is just really bad. So I'm just going to let this, I'm going to put this up on high. And I've got 2 cups here. What I've done is I've combined 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of water. And I'm going to put that in here and let this come together and make a gravy. I want all of that flour taste out of here. So, alright, and it's sticking to the bottom now. So I'm going to go on and pour this milk in here gradually and let it make the gravy. Alright, I'm going to bring it up to temperature and wait for it to thicken. Like I said, I've got my green beans in my casserole dish here. I don't know if you can see. Let me get this down a little bit so you can see. It's just in a casserole dish. And I'm going to wait until this thickens up. As soon as this gets thick, I'll bring you back. I don't want you to have to sit here and wait, so I'll just bring you back. Okay, I'm back. And this is thickened up as much as I want it to thicken up. You can see here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this in the green beans. And while I've been doing this, I've got my oven preheated to 350. And I've got one more thing to put on top of it, which is the French fried onions. But I'm not going to put that on top of it now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix this. Gosh, this smells so good. I so wish you could smell this. Was it Rachel Ray says that we need to have smell-o-vision? Oh my gosh, this smells so good. And so since I had cooked these green beans yesterday, they're cold. And I'm going to put this in the oven. And I'm going to cook this for about 15 or 20 minutes. And let these all heat up, and all this gravy and the mushrooms and the onions blend with all these green beans. And oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. Alright, so I'm going to go put this in the oven for about 15 minutes, and then I'll bring you back, and we're going to put the fried onions. These, I've just got Food Line brand French fried onions. You can see they're so good too. I love these little things. And I'm going to put those on there, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, these have heated up in the oven, and I have got pork chops in the oven too, so I had to kind of time these so I can put them back in there and they can be ready with the rest of the dinner. Alright, so you can see I've just got those little French fried onions, these little things, and I'm just going to put this all on top. This is going to be so good. I fixed a lot of green beans yesterday, so I've got green bean casserole, and I've got potatoes and green beans too. I love red potatoes cooked with green beans. So they're in my pot over here now. They've already cooked, and I'm just letting them sit there. Alright, so I'm going to put these in the oven now and let them warm up, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm ready to eat. Oh my gosh. Here's my green bean casserole right here, and here it is on the dish. And I've got potatoes with green beans. I cooked red potatoes with the rest of the green beans that I had. And if you're diabetic, the best potatoes that you can have are red potatoes. So that's what I always try to buy. And with making this green bean casserole, the way that I made it, you're not having to use any canned soups, and you determine what goes in there or whatever. And I've got my pork chop here. My pork chop, or my baked pork chops, I have the recipe on here for them. This is one of my best viewed recipes is these pork chops. These are absolutely amazing. They just fall apart. You can cut them with a knife. You bake them and they just fall apart, which I didn't have as long to cook these as I normally do. Usually I cook them for about an hour and a half. This time I cooked them for an hour. But I'm going to taste all of this and let y'all know how it tastes. Alright, now this is what I want to taste. Look at it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That cream of, the cream of mushroom onion soup that I made this taste amazing. You can't get this out of a can. A lot of people use the canned cream of mushroom or whatever, but you just cannot get this out of a can. This taste. Using fresh mushrooms. Oh my gosh. Well, if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. And think about making your own homemade green bean casserole for Thanksgiving Day. And if you'd like to be a part of my Facebook group, you can go to www.facebook.com/foodprepping, one word, FoodPrepping, and there'll be more recipes on here before Thanksgiving, but I hope you enjoy this and you have a good night. Bye.